Pardon me. My apologies.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
The great wise El Jefe. Gotta love it. Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson continues 35 after the hour. And I got warned during the break. Now I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it.
This coffee with McCarthy is sponsored by Steph Curry Cognac. One, and it's lights out.
We're going to get some espresso this morning, folks.
All right, we're going to fight. Here's Ryan McCarthy. Good morning, sir. How are you?
We're going to playfully fight.
We're going to put him up. We're going to fight. No, I'm kidding.
Getting the fighting on. Espresso McCarthy.
What's the brew this morning, my man?
I'm still drinking the Cafe Bustelo Colombian edition. And before we go on, I did promise in the chat to Wise that I had a gift for him.
And that is?
This is Wise's swear jar. For every time he cusses on the show, he's got to give me $5 to put in this jar.
You may.
There's your $1 billion for there's your $1 billion idea right there.
Okay.
Wise. I'm just messing with you, buddy. I love Wise. He's a great dude. So
Wise.
I just wanted to do that this morning just to.
Wise is look. Wise messes with us as much as we mess with him, and we love it. I
love Alberto Be Sure.
and more people, as I've been told over the weekend, people have reached out to me and they said, look, they love the show and they're going to tune in more. So
good.
I know the numbers will go up. It was something that worried me, and my wife said, look, people at my job are starting to hook on to you. Matter of fact, when she went car shopping last week, they put my show on the big screen, on the monitor in the shop.
That's pretty cool. Hey, look, sponsorship opportunity. Whoop, just opened
up for you. Way ahead of you. I'm way ahead of you. We're supposed to go there. I'm supposed to go there Wednesday. I'm coming there. I'm coming there with guns a-blazing.
Not literally, folks. Just
no. I'm coming in there. Thank you. I'm coming in there
because you never know who actually takes this crap seriously.
Yep. I'm coming in there with a contract. I'm coming in there with a package. I'm coming in there with my notebook. Good. and ready to sign him. Julian Smith joins us. Julian, where are you talking to us from? We'll shout you out properly. He says, I believe that the Green Bay Packers Super Bowl window is closed and locked. I believe that too, and it'll never open again. Ever. Now, why are you going to fight me this morning? Let's get to it.
Because what you said about the Jets, how the window's closed. It's not closed.
It's locked.
It's got like a little opening.
No, it doesn't.
No,
it doesn't.
Let me present my case, please. This is my segment.
I know. Did a little bit of the Irish come out when you said that?
The espresso McCoffee is here, my friend.
Oh man, the espresso McCoffee is real this morning, folks. Okay. All right, present your case.
All right, I'm going to present my case. So, you have not only Aaron Rodgers on your team, you have a healthy Aaron Rodgers on your team. Because you got to remember last year, he played most of the season with a broken thumb, which I believe he suffered in the New York Jets game, if I'm not mistaken.
There's your irony.
Two? Yeah, there's your irony. Two, their offensive line is going to be healthy. Now, last year I said the Jets to have success on their offense, they have to be healthy on offensive line. It's the key group for any team to have success in this league. You have to be healthy on offensive line.
True.
Elijah Vera Tucker goes down.
Mm-hmm.
The scheming is for some reason the scheming is off, and thank God David Becton, who was the offensive line coach the last 2 years, is gone. They bring
Yep.
in I can't remember his name from the Tennessee Titans. His name escapes me for some reason. I just don't remember his name all of a sudden. But he brings his blocking scheme to the Jets, and they had a lot of success running the ball in Tennessee.
But then there's the
The Brees Hall
Derrick
situation.
Henry factor.
True, but I mean, I would consider Brees Hall a similar. I mean, he's not as big as Derrick Henry.
Keith
Derrick
Carter
Henry's
is
a
the name
Derrick
you're
Henry's a
looking for.
monster.
Keith Carter is the name you're looking for.
Keith Carter, the offensive line coach.
Offensive
Yes.
line coach.
Yes, there we go. So Brees Hall's coming back. He's projected to come back in week 1. I don't know what they're going to do in the meantime. I think they're going to have a Michael Carter is going to be the primary back until he returns, unless they sign a Dalvin Cook or, God forbid, Ezekiel Elliott. Well, I think his days are done.
Oh, jeez.
Personally, I think Zeke's days are done.
Ezekiel Elliott had one good year. You know what that was? His rookie year.
Yeah, his rookie year.
One.
Yeah.
He only had one good year. And since then, the weight of the Cowboys and the money of the Cowboys smashed him into the dirt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Next point.
Next point, their defense. Defense is
dynamite.
Was top 10 last year. Top 10. I think they go top 5 this year. Even with the schedule they have.
Even with the schedule they have?
Between 5 and 10. Yeah.
Listen, all I want for the Jets is 2 key victories. Beat the hell out of Bill Belichick, please.
It's gotta happen.
I want the Jets to sweep the New England Patriots. Because I'm sick and tired of seeing the Jets losing to Bill Belichick and the Patriots.
Yeah,
I am sick and tired.
I'm sick of hearing from my Patriot friend. I'm sick and tired of hearing it from my friends who are Patriots fans telling me the same thing. Oh, we own your Jets. Bill owns your Jets. Bill owns your Jets.
What do you think? And I mean this playfully for a good friend of mine. What do you think Mike Debate gives me every week when we do our picks? When we talk Patriots and Jets, he's my Patriots insider, so he gets it to me on a daily basis. But that's good. I want to see that end. I want to see that end too. I want to see Brees Hall get 1,000 yards. I want to see Brees Hall come back healthy, and I want him to get 1,000 yards. I want him to get 1,000 yards.
See, I think Brees Hall is destined to be the next 1,000 in the NFL. 1,000 yards, 1,000 yard rushing, 1,000 yards receiving. Join that pantheon of Roger Craig, Marshall Faulk, and Christian McCaffrey as the only.
I see why running backs. Why? Okay, let's go off the board here for a minute. Why don't they get it right with Roger Craig having his space in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know
why.
I don't have the answer for you. I wish I want Roger Craig to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know
because he was the first to do the 1,000.
Yeah,
they celebrated Marshall Faulk.
Yeah,
they celebrated Marshall Faulk with a Hall of Fame induction.
Mm-hmm.
Marshall Faulk has a Super Bowl. Roger Craig's got 3 of them.
Yep.
19, 23, and 24. Marshall Faulk has a Super Bowl win. I don't get it. And from what my insiders are telling me,
my side here.
Oh, what's up, Tagalong?
He's having a nap.
Yeah, I had Pumpkin in here for a moment, but dog goes out, Pumpkin goes out. Dog comes back in, Pumpkin just looks at me on the porch there. But I want Brees Hall can do 1,000.
He's capable of it. I think he is.
But the X factor for me, and I was totally being playful when I was talking about your Jets. The X factor for me is the health and availability of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's gonna be the end all be all this year.
Yep, that's the health and availability, and I'm not talking about just physically either. Because remember, for the last 3 years, Aaron Rodgers held the Packers hostage, and from my point of view, he wasn't as locked in as I know he can be. Can he be that locked in? That's the X factor for me, and that's the major question I have with the New York Jets. Can Aaron Rodgers refocus and get himself really locked in for this year?
I think part of it had to do with his relationship with Brian Kuntzhorst.
Yeah.
Kuhnhorst,
Mhm.
because that was a very contentious relationship there. Now that he's out of that situation, I think he can be that locked in guy. I mean, I've been looking at social media pictures of him. He's
Right.
out and about in New York City with his teammates. He's endearing himself to his new teammates. He's building relationships, and I think once you have those relationships set, there's the sky's the limit. And that's why I think
True.
I think the window is not closed for the Jets by any means necessary. I think the window's just
Mhm.
starting to open just a little bit.
And the big thing is that, and I mentioned it earlier, they have to be healthy
Yep,
to compete
number one
in
thing.
that division, because the Jets were on their way, I believe, to winning that division last year, and then the rash of injuries hit them, and it started with Breece Hall. Once Breece Hall went down, so did
And
that offense.
and he and Elijah Vera Tucker went down with season-ending injuries in the same game in Denver.
Yeah, and that was the Elijah
ACL
Vera
for
Tucker. That's the offensive lineman.
yeah, and he was that guy could have
Where did he
won
play? Right?
best.
Where did he play? Right side? Left
He
side?
played well. Here's
Or
the
did
cool
he?
thing
Or
about
did
Elijah Vera
I think
Tucker.
he moved. I think he moved around a lot, didn't he?
He moved around a lot. He moved around. He was started at right guard. In the
Mhm.
Pittsburgh game, he played left tackle, and he allowed
Yeah.
no quarterback pressures, no quarterback hurries. Uh,
Mhm.
he didn't allow any sacks that game, so he's versatile. He can move about the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
My biggest concern for the offensive line right now is left tackle, because
Ah.
Dwayne Brown's coming back. Dwayne Brown's 39, is the same age as Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
He's coming off a year where he missed the first 6 weeks of the season with a
Mhm.
shoulder injury. Had
Yeah.
shoulder surgery in the offseason. I'm
Mhm.
hoping he can come back to his Pro Bowl form. We don't know. Same with Mekhi Becton. He hasn't played a full season yet, and he's
No.
in his fourth season. He
And
did not get his fifth-year option, so he has got two motivating factors for him in
and
for
Becton
this
comes out
year.
of Louisville, does he
Louisville.
not? Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Mm-hmm.
you say it the way my wife would say it, not Louisville, Louisville.
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 Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's got two motivating factors for him.
Yeah.
Play a full
He did.
season
Mhm.
and get that contract for next season.
Get that and get that contract. Ryan McCarthy joining us in our Coffee with McCarthy segments presented by Invader Coffee, and the brew this morning for me presented by Invader Coffee is a gift from Ryan, and it is the Mexican chocolate version. And I have to tell you, like I told you in the chat, I'm hooked. I'm hooked.
Good.
So
I
I'm gonna.
think with
You
Invader
owe
Coffee
me a
is just
video
a
commercial,
huge.
buddy.
What's that?
You owe me a video commercial, buddy.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But
Because I asked, and I know you. I know you're busy. I know that, but I'm just trying to get everything caught up here, especially since my vacation week, and B, I basically missed the week after because of my wife's injury, and I was in and out of the office. So there's a lot I got to catch up on, and I can't do it in the span of 4 hours today, even though I got a full list of That's the bad part. I have a full list here. I'm actually organized this morning. I got the schedule for the show here. I got my live reads here. I got my break that I get from noon to 4 of everything I need to do, including my downtime, and I still can't get everything done.
That's the worst part of it. So I do want to talk about this Lionel Messi effect real quick before we move on to the CFL. Great weekend in the CFL. If you missed it, it's awesome.
I saw it. I'll put Lionel Messi's event to rest. They introduced him in Miami. He got a roaring applause. Next.
Okay, so I went to. I'm a New York Red Bulls fan. I was a season supporter in 2016. I went to a bunch of their games.
Yeah.
MLS soccer live is so much fun because you get the crowd, you get the atmosphere, you get the crowd, and it's just it's fun. So I went to New York Red Bulls, the website. I went to Ticketmaster.
Yep.
Because they're scheduled to play Inter Miami on August 26th.
And how expensive are the tickets?
Section 220, section 2 for one ticket in section 221, row 14.
Where do the Bulls play? What's
Red Bulls? They play at Red Bull Arena in Harrison, New Jersey. It's right across the river from New York.
Okay.
So for one ticket, section 221, row 14, a verified resale ticket on Ticketmaster, $290. for
There's your
one
effect.
ticket.
One.
One. For
I'm
one
almost
seat.
afraid to ask what the let's change this a little bit. What's the effect of Jets tickets now with Aaron Rodgers in tow?
Well,
I
let me
on that?
continue. That was the lowest price for the best seats, though. For the best
Oh boy.
seats,
Oh boy.
section 126, row 1, which
Mhm.
is basically center field.
Center field. Center field. Yep.
One ticket. One.
One ticket. Here we go.
$10,000. $10,000.
I knew it. Uh,
$10,000. Basically, a used car. You pay a used car to go
Mhm.
watch Lionel Messi play against the New York Red Bulls.
I'll take the used car for 10,000, please.
Yeah, right.
And listen, I have nothing against this. I have nothing against outdoor soccer. Believe me, I don't. I mean, I did a outdoor soccer game that started with clear skies. I remember this. It was October. It had clear skies. I got to the stadium with no problem. By the time double overtime was over, and it was a state playoff game. By the time it was over, it went double overtime. Whitney Young lost 1-0, and I was going home in a downpour.
Ugh.
I was soaked to the bone when I got home, and that was one of the few times I didn't have a car to get to my event. And I made myself a promise then. I'm not doing any other event, and I lived in Chicago at the time. I said I wasn't doing any other event unless I had wheels. And what happened a week later? I got wheels.
You got wheels.
Yeah, my late aunt left her car to me. So mom and dad got the title set up and the plates, and the next thing I knew, my dad's like, I have something for you, courtesy of your aunt. And I went out front, and there's a Buick Regal waiting for me, and he handed me the keys, and of course I took off, and I didn't come back for the rest of the day. Snowman in the Morning brought to you by BetUS.com. Listen up, sports bettors. They're in their 30th year of action. Log on to BETUS.com. And if you sign up today, you get a 125% deposit match. What are you pointing to? Your microphone?
The Bet US.
Oh, yeah. This. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, right there. Bet US.
Right there. Yep. If you're looking to sponsor the show with a full 300-degree spots available, video and audio, email snowmaninthemorning@gmail.com for more information. And if you want to help sponsor this segment, Coffee with McCarthy, same email address applies. Okay. What's this? You had some CFL news to disclose, and that is
so. I don't so much news, but I think we just had the best weekend in CFL football probably in the last 3 years.
I believe it. I watched Dustin Crum.
Oh my gosh,
Player of the weekend. Dustin Crum was the player of the weekend for me.
Until Jake Meyer came along.
Listen, for me, Dustin Crum is the player of the week because there was no way he should have brought that. And first of all, many prayers to Jeremiah Masoli.
And Trevor Harris. And Trevor Harris too.
Because Harris took a smash.
Not only that, his leg bent backwards. Oh,
listen, when I saw that and Masoli's injury, I felt for them both. I felt for them both. It's kind of like what Nathan Rourke went through last year with the BC Lions.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get to the Lions in just a moment. But Jeremiah Masoli and Trevor Harris, man, may they heal. May they really heal because Masoli was coming back from a major injury.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's got another one.
Yeah.
Is this the end for Masoli?
I hope not, but I think
I hope not too.
When you think about your career in football, the average career in football doesn't last that long. Last maybe 2 or 3 seasons. And Masoli's managed to go from team to team. He's done great. He's been a major factor in when he's been on the field, but last year he had that knee injury because he got run over by some some guy. I can't remember his name, but that's
he
neither
got
here nor there because he's out of the league now.
yeah,
And
he got smashed to bits.
yeah, and
Smashed
then
to bits.
it's just so weird that how the human body works is that you plant your foot wrong, and there goes your Achilles. And that's what happened to Masoli last week.
It's the Achilles that's taken Masoli out.
Yeah.
What's the injury? I saw the injury to Trevor Harris. Did they specify what it was?
I think he might have blown out his knee because he went for a run to get the first down against Calgary, and it looked like he was going to slide, but his knee must have went the wrong way, and and he was carted off the field. So,
and I'm suspecting Harris is done for the year.
Yeah, probably. But Isaiah Fine, he did a pretty good job coming in as a relief role. Almost led the Riders to a victory. I watched the highlights of that game, and he threw that long bomb for a touchdown, and then Mayer it left too much time on the clock.
And then Mayer just walked right down the field and got within range of Paredes, and Paredes nailed the game winner as time expired.
Yep.
But I think Dustin Crum gets the player of the week because he's the fourth string. He was a fourth-string quarterback.
Yeah.
Masoli had just come back. Masoli goes down. Ottawa trailed 25-9. 25-9.
They had -5 yards in the first quarter.
Yes.
Net yards. -5 net yards.
-5 net yards. And Dustin Crum said, F all of that. Walked this team down the field for the tying score with no time left. And they had to get the 2-point convert.
Yep.
Now, remember, they trailed 25-17 with less than a minute to play, and he had to take his team 90 yards.
He went 90 yards. 6-for-6 on that drive.
Yes. And found the receiver with no time left. And then Winnipeg gets a field goal, 28-25, and Dustin Crum from 29 yards out flies into the end zone, and Ottawa beats Winnipeg 31-28, which drops Winnipeg to 4-2 on the year. The two best teams right now are the Toronto Argonauts, who are undefeated, and the BC Lions.
Yeah.
And right now, that's your Grey Cup.
So far, right? Hey, let's see what
happens.
Right now,
that's your Grey Cup.
Happens in November.
Toronto would have the advantage because they smashed the BC Lions.
Yeah.
By 21.
Here's the crazy thing about that Ottawa Winnipeg game. I watched that game. It was a free game. It was a free game on CFL Plus.
Yes, it is.
It was a free game on CFL Plus.
Look, if CFL Plus really gets it right and they televise all the games, it's amazing. But I know they got some kinks to work out.
Yeah, they got some kinks to work out. I think they need to get more sponsorships. And that's the thing about the CFL is that they have a great product. They just don't know how to market it correctly. And what can we do to
fix that?
Yeah, our guy Rod Peterson talks about it all the time on his show. He
Rod and Moose and Darren.
Rod and Moose. They talk about how the CFL is a great product.
Yep.
They can get the young people into it by engaging with the local junior football leagues and local flag leagues.
Yes. Yes.
But they can also market the game better with their stars. They have stars. They have star players. They just don't market them because it's this. I don't know what it is. It's probably a Canadian thing where they put the team over the player.
Yeah.
You see that in hockey all the time, but it's just not hockey. This is football.
But at this point in time, if you really, really want to compete for an audience, and remember, the NFL is seeping into the Canadian audience now because our good friend Rod Peterson talks NFL also. You know, you gotta use your stars, and they had a golden opportunity. They had a golden opportunity last year when Nathan Rourke was setting the CFL on fire. After the first 4 weeks, they could have cinched in, injury or not. They're two big stars last year. Nathan Rourke before he went down with an injury, and the MVP Zach Collaros. And now you have another one in Chad Kelly. And Chad Kelly is just...
Oh, my gosh, Chad Kelly.
And he wears the same number. He's wearing the same number as Nathan Rourke, which is 12. Okay?
Yep. He's the same number as his uncle.
There's your Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly.
Jim Machine Gun Kelly. And I love Jim Kelly.
Me too.
See, listen, when the Bills played on television, it's like, okay, and I lived in Chicago. Okay, the Bills are on NBC. I want to see Jim Kelly.
Mhm.
And my mother's like, what about the Bears? F the Bears. Jim Kelly's on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and she says, why don't you watch the Bears? For the simplest of reasons, the other teams that I love actually have something the Bears never will have. She says, what's that? A quarterback.
Yeah. Been searching for one since Jim McMahon.
My mother asked me for years, even after the 85 season, my mother asked me for years, why do you like the 49ers? You're from Chicago. I said, Mom, the reason is simple. Joe Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Montana hit Dwight Clark in the back of the end zone, and that sold me forever.
One more point about the CFL before I go.
Yeah.
The other thing that the CFL has, they're competing with not only the USFL but also the XFL.
Yes.
I remember in 2021 when I was on the Rod Peterson show, we brushed on this very briefly. But there was supposedly going to be a partnership between the XFL and the CFL, and that fizzled out, and that made me angry. That made me angry, but it just made me, it frustrated me as a football fan because I wanted to see like a kind of not so much a merger, but just a partnership between the two. And now the XFL has that partnership with the NFL as a development system. But in a way, the USFL is also a development system. So they're competing. Right. They're competing with not one but two leagues now, spring leagues now, and they got to find themselves a way to separate themselves from those two other leagues, and say, listen, as much talent as the United States has, as the USFL has, and the XFL has, we also have the same kind of talent. Come check us out. Look at our stars. Look at our star players. Here's our teams. Choose your team.
The biggest part of it is CFL Plus now. Yep, the biggest part is going to be CFL Plus, because if you make the CFL available to the folks in the US, they'll watch.
Yep.
I know you and I both know many people who love the CFL.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Doug Flutie was my gateway drug.
There you go. Same.
Yeah.
Same. I mean, I saw BC Place for the first time. And I'm like, where the hell is this? And hooked. And then Doug Flutie set the CFL on fire with 3 different teams.
Yep. BC, Calgary, and Toronto.
Yep. And then there's the legend of Warren Moon. Okay. Warren Moon played at the University of Washington, blew the CFL to bits, then blew the NFL to bits with his ability. Same with Doug Flutie. Doug Flutie was my gateway to the CFL.
Yep. Doug Flutie was my gateway to football, period.
They have the ability. They have the ability to really market this. And I mean, seriously market this.
Yeah. But they don't.
No,
I don't know why. And I don't know why. Well,
they made the smart move. They made the smart move in going with CFL Plus and making the games available to people in the US, because people in the US are cutting the cord by the millions. I am part of a family where we cut the cord with our original carrier.
Cut the cord too.
We cut the
cord for years.
Listen, streaming services are where it's at. And what we do, you would know credentials required. Then there's stuck in my mind. There's the outfit that I do here, Cole Sports. The streaming is where it's at. The streaming is where it's at. And my buddy Jason Joseph, play-by-play with JJ, told me something that is so true. The time has come for us to do our own play-by-play with different sports.
You want an alternate? Do you hate the announcers that are currently on TV? Come check out an alternate stream with just as good, if not better, play-by-play.
Much better. And for me, coming off the health issues that I've had the last 2 years, I'm at home, I'm in studio. You know, I pay a small price for a streaming service, and I get the games that I want.
Yeah, you pay $10 a month. You pay $10 a month for NFL Plus. You get Red Zone.
Yep.
And you get to stream any game you want. You get to listen to the radio call of any game you want, and you get the same game the next day without the commercials. It's the condensed version.
And look, and I'm very good friends with one of the radio announcers, of course, Matt Taylor, the voice of the Colts, who I plan to meet for lunch one day soon. when we get our other vehicle, I'm going to call Matt and I'm going to go do an interview with him live and stream the damn thing.
There you go.
I plan to meet a lot of announcers. One of my other favorites, Robert Ford, voice of the Astros. Love talking to him. Love talking to Dave Sims, television voice of the Seattle Mariners.
I want to try to get Bill Spalding from the Devils stream, the Devils MSG play-by-play guy. I want to try to get him on. I have connections.
Leave that to me. I'm going to reach out to a lot.
I actually have a friend has got a personal connection with him, so we're
you
good.
Get him on, send him to me. I want him on too because I want to interview some hockey announcers. All right, I know you got to go, and we're running behind. But that's Coffee with McCarthy. Joining us every Monday morning. You never know when you get the espresso. You never know when you're gonna get the espresso McCoffee, but it's fun when we have him here. I love you, brother. Thank you so much. What do you have coming up next?
Tonight, 8 p.m. We're reviewing King Richard, and let's just put it this way: I do want to slap Will Smith now. We're also going to talk about the 3 big free agent running backs who are out there, and we're going to discuss who gets signed first, and we're going to play some questions with Humans Guys Night Edition. So tune in 8 p.m. tonight, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Come find us. Have some fun with us.
I got to get Dustin on the program too. I got to get Dustin to go one-on-one, and I got an announcement coming up here real quick. Like I said, we're running behind.
So apparently Wise missed the gift. Let me bring it back out. This is Wise's swear jar for whatever he slipped up on whenever slips up on Snowman in the morning. This is your swear jar now, Wise. So you owe me 5 cents for every swear he has every time you mess up. Or $5 because
I may need that swear jar myself. Thank you, brother. Love you. We'll do it again next week.